Hi everybody and welcome to all of our viewers. Today I have with me Butler Piri from PwC in Botswana. Butler is a tax partner and Butler is here today to talk to us about doing business in Botswana. So Butler, please tell us a little bit about Botswana, about the people, about the country and what the business opportunities are for foreign investors.
Thank you, Alan, and thank you for the opportunity to have this conversation with yourselves. I think the audience would be aware that Botswana is a landlocked country. There are defining characteristics of this landscape, especially when you look at most part of it is very arid, comprising the Kalahari Desert, and there are some large lands that is the world's biggest inland delta called the Okavango, where there is abundance of natural fauna and flora, and Botswana prides itself with that inheritance because for both of those two landscapes, the country benefits from tourism a great deal. Botswana is named after the dominant tribes called the Tswana, and that is where the name Botswana comes from. The official language is Tswana, and the business language is English, and the education system has worked very well to get people under the same common platform to speak both Tswana as well as English. In terms of business, I must say that Botswana has been very blessed to have had the management that it has had over the years. It is politically stable and is endowed with prudent management, and accordingly the benefits accruing out of the mineral resources as well as tourism have been applied into developing the country, and it has developed now in the last 53 years into a middle-income country, having come from where it was the poorest among the poorest in 1966. There are business opportunities in the country. In mining sector, for instance, there is mineral deposits in diamonds, uranium, so we hear, but those that have been exploited have been copper, nickel, as well as coal. There are other sectors that are experiencing growth, and they are being marketed by our Botswana International Trade Center. Those are the people who actively are looking around the world for investment into the country, and those includes the information, communication and technology, ICT sectors. There is opportunities in financial services in the various forms, I believe, as well as agriculture. Agriculture needs to be explored in that country. The emphasis now should be around Botswana becoming food self-sufficient and reduce as much as possible the importation of, the sort of normal things that people eat, like tomatoes, milk, dairy products, and things like that. And going further to also suggest that education sector is still an area that can be looked at. The health sector, very important, the health sector. Again, here the dependency on neighboring countries, such as, especially here South Africa, to supply the basics around healthcare, pharmaceuticals, your sanitation or sanitary issues like bandages and things like that. I think, there should be opportunities there.
Okay. Thank you, Butler. So Botswana has clearly been in a bit of a downturn recently, although things seem to be picking up a little bit. Can you please tell us what would be the main issues for a foreign investor seeking to do business in Botswana?
Thank you for that question, Alan. I would say Botswana with a population of 2 million, it will suggest that there would be skills deficit in various areas, and this investors will find challenging because the country then relies for those specialized skills to bring in people from outside. The other issue that had plagued the country for a while, which the current president is addressing, and so far seems to be successful, is the issue of residence and work permits. There had been some serious delays experienced in the past. There were challenges around a system that people never understood what is it that you have to do to become successful with the application and so forth. And therefore, with the current administration, we believe that Botswana is turning the corner in terms of those sort of processes. I believe of recent it was reported that there is something like a 91% success rate or approval rate in terms of work permits. To me, that is very, very good. Botswana is really at the center of SADC. SADC comprises these 15 countries, and were trade to be liberalized among the SADC members. Botswana is sitting right at the center. Now, you would be aware that these negotiations around trade liberalization are taking rather too long. We haven't gotten to finality there, and therefore the advantage that Botswana otherwise would be having, being at the center of a big market of 227 million people. And that would have given Botswana a good opportunity to be inland transport hub, and there are other industries that can develop around that. There were some challenges around licensing. Again, here I'm quite very much optimistic that with the roadmap of our current president around transformation, these are the areas that are being attacked seriously.
Thanks, Butler. In conclusion, given the challenges that you've outlined, what would you say were the three most important actions that a foreign investor can take in order to ensure that their investment in Botswana is successful?
Thank you again, Alan, for that question. I think a foreign investor should look to find a local consultant who knows the investment climate and the business operations, as well as all other linkages in Botswana. And from my perspective, being the oldest firm that is celebrating 50 years this year in Botswana, we think we are the right consultant of choice, and we hold ourselves out to any investor that wishes to engage with issues in Botswana to give us a call. The challenges in Botswana, if I may, that are preoccupying all of us, the business sector as well as the government sector, is that of unemployment of the youth. And we are encouraging of investors to come through to invest in our country, because by that we believe that some of this unemployed youth will be absorbed as well as trained to become very skillful people in the economy. And lastly, where applicable and or where it is desired, any investor could consider taking on reputable local investors as partners in the country.
Thank you, Butler. That was great. So everybody, I hope you enjoyed doing business in Botswana, and we look forward to engaging with you again.